knockout. And I'm looking, I ain't gonna say no, in my head, I'm looking at 3 or 4. In my head, I see. But you just never know. We'll see what, you know, in my head, that's how I got it going. I'm not gonna force anything. I'm just gonna do what I do best, you know what I mean? But in that fight, it's gonna be a knockout.
When you were facing off with him.
Those are the words of Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder as he states that he intends on knocking out Joseph Parker's 1 to 3 rounds. But let me counterpunch. I also like what Wilder said. I won't force it. If it happens, it's going to happen. I see 1 to 3, but hey, if it doesn't happen, I'm not going to force it, but I'm looking for a knockout. See, one thing about Wilder, he's dangerous because that's what he looks for. That's what he's known as. A knockout artist. He's going to either knock you down or out. And he's done that to every person that he's ever been in the ring with. Okay, Stavern was that one guy that in that one fight that avoided getting knocked out. In the second fight, he was knocked out clean away. But understand something too. Knockouts can be, you know, it takes patience and it takes guts and balls to throw those punches. And Wilder has it. You know, but like Joseph Parker, I think he has to have a perfect fight plan. I have another video coming tomorrow about Joseph Parker. But Deontay Wilder thinking that he's going to knock out Joseph Parker, I think he has the power to knock out anyone. But what he shouldn't, you know, how people say, well, in my head, I want to do this. But, you know, what happens when you get there and you can't do what you plan to do? See, Joseph Parker can box as well. And I think Joseph Parker is going to get to the point he'll be able to check that chin. So we'll see where that is. Okay, so that's something you have to keep in mind because, again, we don't know Wilder's punch resistance. We don't know that. We just know him going down from Tyson Fury. But what we learned from Tyson Fury in his last fight, he was in there with a guy that couldn't be moved. Where he had Wilder all over the place. And Ngannou wasn't going anywhere. So that tells you, okay, well, how hard does Tyson Fury hit? We all know Dillian White has that kryptonite right here. So we knew that you can't really take that for cash value because a lot of guys that are heavyweights could do the same thing to Dillian White because that's Dillian White's kryptonite. So you do have to ask yourself, how hard does that, or how hard does he go, you know, and how much he can take. But I like it. It's bold, but is it smart? Like he said, he wouldn't take his time. I think maybe 6 or 7 if it's going to happen, or the 11th or 12th, because I don't see unless Parker ain't shit no more now because he just got beat up by Joe Joyce, and those are the type of beatings he took that really damage fighters, cerebral, mental, psychological, and everything. That's why a lot of fighters are not worth a shit anymore. Look at Daniel Dubois. Same guy beat the shit out of him and made him take a knee. He took a knee. So, yeah, we will see about these two guys, Parker and Deontay. But this is Deontay Wilder's prediction to Joseph Parker. I'm going to knock you out within 3 rounds. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch.